Welcome to your Aries expose. We're going to be exploring the archetype, the zodiacal sign of Aries, the ram. This fiery sign at the beginning of our evolutionary journey through the zodiac wants you to just do it, like the ram bashing its head against a wall. Singular Aries never gives up. Never say die when you are with an Aries. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac and can be impulsive. Imagine like a horse bolting out the beginning of a race full of energy. This is a cardinal masculine fire sign. Cardinal signs are the beginning of a season and therefore spark a new energy. In fact, every 0-degree point of each and every of the 12 zodiac signs we call a Aries point. So Aries, so known for their courage, is ruled by Mars, the warrior planet. So fire it up if you want to connect with this bold, courageous archetype and energy of Aries. Aries is quick, fast, and always charging towards its goal. Very good at manifesting and successful because it is so determined to blast through all challenges at any cost. Just beware of the collateral damage. This is a singular, individuated sign of the ego and the self. So noticing, what is your relationship to your ego? Does it totally run the show? And are you running over the other people in your life? The polarity of Aries is Libra, the sign of partnership. So here, rather than when you're connecting with the Aries energy or looking at where Aries is in your chart, rather than showing up for the self only, can you show up in a dynamic dance and dialogue with the other? Maybe not if you have lots of Aries in your chart. That's just the way it goes. Aries is active, energetic, and so excited, especially about new projects. Aries can spark a fire, but quickly become bored and is known to really never complete the projects it starts, jumping from idea to idea. And Aries is also a generous friend and loves to pick up the check, playing larger than life. And although lucky with money, has holes in their pockets. So an Aries energy can be like burning through money, spending really voraciously without thinking it through. Ruled by Mars, the ancient god of war, aggression, and conflict. So here we're looking at like passion, but also competitiveness. So just noticing where there's a healthy competition that can inspire us to move forward, but then when competition becomes egoic and destructive is a good way to work with this energy. So the ram can climb to great heights. Its pictograph or icon is the ram, as I was saying. Aries says, I am, and I'm looking from this book, the only astrology book you ever need, just to give us a little bit more depth and insight into our discussion today. Its lucky day is Tuesday, and the lucky numbers are 1 and 9. Its magical birthstone is the diamond, and special colors are red. So if you want to connect to the Aries energy, perhaps perform some magic because you're lacking Aries energy in your life and you want to channel this through, perhaps crafting a ritual, wearing a bright red color, and doing a practice on Tuesdays to fire up your passion for your projects and life in general. Aries is associated with Florence, Italy, Naples, Verona, and Marseille. Interesting. And the countries associated with Aries are England, Germany, and Poland. Interesting, no? And the flowers are geranium, honeysuckle, and sweet pea. The tree is the all-thorn bearing trees. And the metal associated with Aries is iron. Aries rules over the head, and indeed Aries people can be susceptible to headaches, getting headaches, or even harm from fire because it's such a fiery planet, a fiery sign, and fiery energy. So let's connect into the Aries energy and practice breath of fire together. If you know breath of fire, you can just begin. Otherwise, I'm going to guide you through this powerful, fiery Kapalabhati breathing exercise. In Kapalabhati, we're going to pulse the navel inward. As we forcefully exhale through the nose rhythmically, matching our navel. So as we contract the navel in, pulsing the navel inward, we're exhaling, forcing the air out, and there's an automatic inhale that will match the exhale. So the focus is on the exhale. There is no inhale. That will happen naturally and automatically, and just allow the inhale to happen in the blank space or the void space. So here we will begin our breath of fire. Give it a try. Try to feel the breath on the top lip there, forcefully exhaling. And begin. Perhaps placing your hand on your stomach to feel the navel pulsing in, and maybe even putting your fingers at your nose to feel the breath out, and begin again. This is our breath of fire, Kapalabhati, that really can start to stoke the Agni or digestive fire and generate heat in the body. A great practice to connect with the Aries energy. And as well, whenever you want to cultivate that fire power at the solar plexus or Muladhara chakra, you can always visualize a sun at the core center and just noticing what's your relationship to your core. If you feel like you could use some more courageous willpower and leadership skills, determination, then do core works. Any practice will do, like boat pose, as we do in our Aries practice together here. So Aries is all about taking action. If you find yourself stuck in the mind, unable to take forward action, call upon the Aries energy and archetype. And let's see what else we can pull from this incredible book. Aries is never does anything half-hearted. It is a wholehearted sign. It is not faint of heart. So my Aries playlist on Spotify is a lot of explicit music, right? It's not for the faint of heart, and can even be a little bit reckless and really adventurous, not in a Sagittarian way of wanting to explore vast horizons, but in this impulsive way of just getting so bored and restless. So Aries is optimistic. It's really this youthful enthusiasm, which is so exciting, but can lend itself even towards temper tantrums and childishness with the same impulsive energy. So as an Aries, working to really cultivate, or when you have an excess of Aries or fire in your life, working to cultivate patience. And famously, Aries loves this expression, patience now, but real patience in the Taurian energy. So helping to balance out the Aries energy, we can work with the grounding earth energy of Taurus to build stamina and determination. Aries is independent, saying I am. It's about the self, and we can cultivate that healthy selfishness by building a noble ego and practicing creating a healthy relationship to our ego and our sense of self, rather than getting caught up in the spiritual dogma around ego being a bad thing. Certainly not. We wouldn't be alive necessarily or we wouldn't be able to function in our human purpose if we didn't have an ego and a sense of self. Can we harness the power of the ego and our fiery self-identity and our identity to create what we desire and bring heaven to earth? Indeed, the power of Aries is in shaping and cultivating our identity, individuated. Of course, in Western cultures, we're individualistic, so we tend towards this individualism anyways, and this can become even self-sabotaging whenever egomania takes over, or we become so isolated and separate from the collective. So in Eastern and other cultures, oftentimes there's a collectivistic culture where they then have a hard time becoming individualized and asserting themselves individually because the individual is subservient to the whole or the collective. How can we find a nice balance between the two? Aries can tend towards being really self-involved, so just noticing what you want to achieve in your life. If you want to achieve real meaningful partnership, just noticing if that habit or energy expresses itself, especially in your natal chart, or when it might express itself energetically in the cosmos. Just taking a step back to notice, how can I become a really empowered version of myself that also empowers others, rather than cultivating like fangirls around me and people with low self-worth who gravitate towards me because they're projecting their own greatness onto me. I hope this has been an interesting, wholehearted, optimistic, and enthusiastic exploration of the Aries energy. Where can you show up even more in your life, cultivating this identity? Who do I need to become now in order to manifest what I desire? Aries is ruled by Mars, the planet of desire, and let's cultivate that healthy desire and those soul desires to create our impact in the world. I'm sending you lots of love.